Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Despite my very festive nails, okay, I'm not in the Valentine's Day mood. I haven't been in like any sort of holiday mood lately, but I really felt like I should film a video. I did my Red Devil look for Halloween, but I wanted to give you guys something like the Valentine's Day-ish. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. As you guys know, I always start with my brows already filled in. I already primed with the Revolution Cosmetics Bacon Oil that I showed you guys in the last video. And what I think I'm going to do is just do one eye off camera and then come back and show you guys how I do the other eye, just so we can save some time because it is currently 1 o'clock in the morning, as always, because I film at these ridiculous hours. So I'm going to show you guys how I get the anti-Valentine's Day makeup look for all of us that really hate Valentine's Day. So I did one eye off the camera, here it goes, and now I'm just making the sticky base for my next eye. I'm taking the Wet n Wild concealer in the color Dark Cocoa and the NYX White Cream, and I'm just gonna mix those two together with a little bit of brown and a little bit of white, and we're just gonna basically just lay a base down, pat it down, make sure it's a little tacky so that all your eyeshadow can stick on there.
On my agenda, request my chariot, get ya. The doors open, take the hot road and hop in.
For my first color, I'm taking the Revolution Reloaded palette, and I'm taking like this chestnut brown on a flat top blending brush, and I'm just gonna dot it around, just set a nice transition color for our whole eye.
The renegotiate, she's closing up. Come to visit me, she say that she the loneliest, and it's hard to open up.
Next color that I'm taking from the same palette is this darker brown that I've hit pan on, and I'm just going to go into my crease a little bit just so I can start carving out our little shape. We want something that's kind of circular but faded a little bit, so I'm making sure to start at the back of my sockets, work my way up, but I still want to leave like the center of my lid open.
Let your emotion fall on me, open up.
So I'm taking my BMX 465 brush with the dark brown in this palette and literally just a tiny bit of the black, and I'm just starting to angle out where exactly I want my little cut crease to be. So I'm taking it along the edge, running it through my crease, and I'm just pretty much mapping out the shape of where I want all that shimmer to go. So just around the crease and on the edge.
If you
with the rest of the concealer on the back of your hand, I'm taking kind of like a concealer brush, a little tiny double-ended one, and I'm just mapping out where I want all my shimmer to be. So I'm taking it and just doing a quick rough map out. Doesn't have to be anything like too precise because it's just shimmer. It's not like we're putting any glitter down or anything. So just a quick little map of where you want everything to go. To set our concealer, I'm taking the Pro Fusion Prismized palette, and I'm taking the color Flurry right here on like a short packing brush, and I'm just gonna set it all over where we put our concealer. A quick set, nothing like too heavy, but just enough where we have the cream color down. So once our color is down, I'm taking the gray and the chestnut from the Revolution palette on just a big blending brush, and I'm just gonna run it along the edges just to clean it up a tiny bit, but it doesn't need to be too clean. I just want to have a nice map of where our color is gonna be. Once it's all cleaned up, I'm taking the shimmery white eyeshadow from the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, the same packing brush, and I'm just going to dust it kind of messily where the cream is. I mean, I don't want it to be too heavy, but at the same time, you want it to kind of look like it's being blown out. I don't want to concentrate it too much in one area.
Engaging you's on my agenda, request my chariot, get ya. The doors open, take the hot road and hop in.
For liner, I'm going with kind of like a subtle cat eye look, so I'm taking the e.l.f. pomade, not a liquid liner. I feel like with liquid you cannot have as much control, So I'm gonna hold my breath while I do this liner because the first eye was a bit rough. So I'll be right back. So once your black liner is laid down, it's time for the red liner. I'm not gonna tell you guys where I got this one from because I got it somewhere like kind of sketchy, and I'm only like 40% sure that it's safe for eye use. But if you do have those red eyeliners that are going around and all those fun neon eyeliners, definitely use it. I'm also gonna hold my breath while I do this one because it took a while. So I lined my waterline with black, and I'm just adding some mascara. We're gonna pop on some lashes, and then we're ready for skin. Okay, so I put on some lashes, I touched up my suspicious red liner, and I think I'm ready for skin. So I already primed with the Revolution Bacon Oil, and I'm sticking with my Ride or Die Revolution Foundation Stick in the color of 15. I'm just gonna swipe that onto my face. So I'm gonna blend it out with a foundation brush first. I'm taking my Urban Decay De-Slick, wetting up my brush a little bit, and then just going in, blending everything out. Make sure to get your neck and your chin, above your lips, everything. One trick for foundation, even though this isn't watery and it's more creamy, save your nose to the very last because your nose clogs up a lot of oil. I usually just use whatever leftover product is already on my brush by the time I'm done blending everything out, because I do not want to see oils on my nose when I'm done with my makeup. It drives me absolutely insane. Once that's all blended out, I'm taking the Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer in the color Very Deep. I'm just gonna swipe that on in all my usual places, underneath the eyes, cupid's bow, chin, a little bit on the forehead. And I'm gonna blend that out with the Revolution Cosmetics Beauty Sponge. I like to give it like a little bit of time to dry just because it is kind of liquidy. So I go over it for a little bit, and then I take a wet sponge and just blend it out.
Baby, we should be closer than friends. If you OPN, engaging you's on my agenda.
Usually after concealer, I would go in with my cream contour palette, but because it's 2 a.m., I'm just gonna take my Absolute New York setting powder and a dry sponge, and I'm just gonna set it under my under eyes and use powder contour instead.
Shut it down like a Macintosh. Open up, open.
So that I don't look like a complete ghost, I'm taking my butter bronzer in this shade Endless Summer on my double-ended eco brush using the big fluffy side, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of color back to my face, basically going around everywhere that I would usually like contour, and kind of dusting the powder away but still letting it bake. I wiped the rest of my bake off, and now I'm ready for contour. So I'm taking the Absolute New York Strobing and Baking palette, and I'm taking this color right here that I use pan on, the other side of my eco brush, and I'm just gonna contour like you would with cream, except just with powder.
We should be closer than friends. If you OPN, engaging you's on my agenda. Request my chariot, get ya. The door's OPN. Take the hot road and hop in.
For blush, recently I've been using the little e.l.f. cream blush palette, but because our makeup is so heavy, I think I want to go in something a little stronger. So I'm taking this Steve Laurent blush in the color I'm Blushing. It's this nice bright pink, but it's kind of dark at the same time. So I'm taking a regular powder brush, and I'm just going to dab those onto the apples of my cheeks. Not too low. I really want to concentrate this like up high.
The renegotiate, she's closing up. Come to visit me, she say that she the loneliest, and it's hard to open up. Monarch butterflies, you should open up.
I'm spraying my face down with a little bit of the Urban Decay Slick, just so we can get ready for highlighter. So I'm just gonna wait for that to, you know, spruce down a little bit. And I think I'm gonna be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and I think I'm gonna be mixing a little bit of amber gold and snow, just so we can get a little bit of pink and luster going on. So I sprayed down my highlighter brush. I'm taking amber gold, snow. I'm just gonna pop that on my cheeks real quick. Look at that. We're going before we even put on highlighter, which is always a good sign. So
Open up. Need to
alright, so we're finished with skin, but now here comes the part that I cannot stand. Lips. I never know what to do with my lips, but I figured since we have our red liner on, our red shirt, we might as well go with the red. But then I have 3 different types of red sitting before me. So I'm just gonna randomly pick something, and if I don't like it, I'm just gonna stick with it. Okay? Okay. Okay, wow, this is our final look. Am I absolutely obsessed with my lip choice? No. Is it 3 a.m. and do I want to go to bed? Yes. So before my Pisces perfectionist issues start to take over, I'm just gonna say this turned out really good, especially for filming it at 12 o'clock in the morning like I always do. So I'll try to get a nice video of these pictures. It'll also be up on my Instagram if you want to ever check it out. And like this so that I can make more content for you. We can share more videos like this, share it with your friends on Facebook, on Instagram, send them this video and let them know what type of makeup look you're doing for Valentine's Day this year. Bye.
Shut it down like a Macintosh. Open up, open up, open, open.